Interviewing Mark Anielski is like interviewing a fireworks display. Explosions, eruptions, brilliant colors streaking across the sky. By the time you've focused on one, there's another. It's dazzling and exhilarating and stimulating. Mark Anielski is the Chief Happiness Officer and President of Anielski Management, Inc. in Edmonton, Alberta, which provides strategic advice on well-being economics to governments and corporations all over the world. He's one of the architects of the Canadian Index of Well-Being and the Genuine Progress Index. He's the author of The Economics of Happiness and of the more recent volume, An Economy of Well-Being. His concept of genuine wealth includes not just money, but 5 forms of capital: human, social, natural, built, and, finally, financial capital. Focusing on those forms of capital, he says, has made his own family genuinely wealthier in the things that really matter. Ultimately, he sees wealth as the harvest of love. What's wrong with gross national product? If somebody says to you, well, I think that's all right, what do you say?
Well, I always quote Bobby Kennedy. He said, GDP said it, 50 years ago? 1968, a few months before he was killed. He said, GDP measures everything except that which makes life worthwhile. What he meant was, as an economist, I began to understand that GDP measures all of the things that, we exchange for money in the economy. It was useful, it was introduced during World War II to help basically figure out how to tax the British people and American people for the war effort. So, of course, you want to count all of the things that are transacting in terms of cash, and then you know how healthy the economy is. You could tax it. And the banks love GDP because it helps them figure out whether the loan payments can be made successfully and sustainably. So there's a flaw in we're counting things like car crashes or cancer, divorce, right, climate change impacts as positive contributions to the economy when arguably those expenditures I would call regrettable or avoidable. And we have to be honest and say they're not contributing to well-being.
One of the common themes through this whole, I'm going to call it alternative economics kind of field that's grown up over the last number of years, isn't at the heart of it is to say let's see what things really cost. Let's bring our ways of thinking about the economy back into correspondence with reality. And
yes.
If you're bringing bananas from Ghana,
yeah.
That should be a song, shouldn't it? A banana from Ghana.
But I did analysis. If I got my tomatoes from California, which is where a lot of our hothouse tomatoes are grown, and I drove my super efficient Toyota Yaris because my Tesla won't make it. I don't think enough charging stations. Maybe there are now. What would it cost me? It would cost me about $49 a pound, not $3.50 or whatever they charge me. I'm still in pounds. I still haven't converted to, anyways. But the point is, but the interesting thing is, I get hired to do full cost accounting work. So what's the full cost of Alberta's recycling programs? Like literally, guys picking up bottles to the unfunded liability of the landfills, right? You do that analysis, you get some interesting results. But hardly anyone hires people like us to do that analysis. So what are they afraid of? Like, if you do the full cost accounting on food, and you say, look at agriculture, right? Do you think the Ministries of Agriculture in Nova Scotia, Alberta actually measure the integrity, vitality of the soil, the health of the soil itself? No, we just put fertilizer and we put lots of inputs, fertilizer and pesticides and glyphosates and Roundup or whatever, and we don't actually measure the integrity of the soil to produce vital food for our bodies that need good food, right? We don't measure the integrity of the very basis of what gives life. I'm blessed by having these incredible elders, especially women elders, who understand the water. It's about the water. I'm a forester. What do trees love? Carbon dioxide. How come the trees? Let's check the growth rings in Nova Scotia. Are the trees growing faster? Oh, no, the carbon's going in the ocean. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. What if our human consciousness can actually change the climate? Right? Then let's have a strategy of loving kindness, of consciousness raising, because the world will change and the planet will respond. The planet is just waiting for us to get mature and not depressed.
That's a wonderful note to end on. The planet is waiting for us to get mature and not depressed.
Yeah.
What a
Let's
great
grow
plan.
up. We're
Yeah.
you know, and let's be more playful. Let's have fun. Let's have more joy in our life.
Mark Anielski, Prophet of Genuine Wealth and the Economics of Happiness. This is one of a series of green interviews on the general subject of happiness, well-being, and the proper definition of progress. Others interviewed in the series include Catherine O'Brien, who defined and teaches sustainable happiness, John Helliwell, the lead author of the UN's World Happiness Report, and Julia Kim of the Gross National Happiness Center in Bhutan. If you enjoyed this interview, spend a little time exploring the Green Interview website. I think you'll find it a happy experience. For the Green Interview, I'm Silver Donald Cameron. We're happy that you paid us a visit.